Hey YouTube, how's it going? VenomMan20 here tonight, and tonight I have a special episode for you guys. I actually did some traveling to a good friend of mine's house to film his crocodilian collection. Tonight we're going to show you everything. So with that being said, hopefully you stay tuned for that. And if you're wondering how we got this glass this clear, there's no glass there. Too much of a glare. So let's go ahead and take you up close so you can get to see these guys. So I have to say, this is my absolute favorite enclosure here, so I figured I'd show it to you first. The animals in here are two Paleosuchus trigonatus, also known as a Snyder's smooth-fronted caiman. They are very feisty little guys. We have one down here and one up top inside that waterfall. You can kind of see his head sticking out. That waterfall looks like it's just a very small little water hole, but actually it goes down about 2 foot deep, so they have all this area to swim. And this guy back here is inside a cave that goes all the way up underneath there. It was built like that. But he actually added on to the cave. He dug out and dug another little section out, and he's making full use of his enclosure, which is pretty amazing. These guys climb up and down this all night. They're very terrestrial. They're actually the most terrestrial crocodilian species there is. There's a lot of guppies down in here. They're actually breeding like mad. There's these tiny little fry in there right now. I don't think there's any way I can capture that on this camera. But with that being said, they don't really mess with the guppies. There are some goldfish down in there, and they would catch one of those from time to time. And if you know much about goldfish, they actually carry thiominase, which causes thiamine deficiency. And with that being said, it's not necessarily good for them to have that inside their diet. But it's also not good for me to have a Snickers inside my diet, but just as long as I don't eat a full bag, I should be okay. So the one fish that they catch a week or a month isn't really going to hurt them. But anyway, these guys are amazing to watch. They're always moving around. They'll max out about 5 foot long, which isn't too big, but they are extremely feisty their entire life. A 5 foot one of these guys is a real handful. But absolutely love the species. But that's about all I know about them, so let's go ahead and move on to the next animal. If you watch all my videos, you might actually recognize this enclosure. This enclosure was filmed about 8 months ago on my channel, and there was just, I do believe, a couple alligators in here. Now there's actually just a morelets crocodile and some turtles in here. This is a female morelets crocodile, and I do hope to put her with Brutus to breed in future projects, but for now she's just growing. She's still only pretty small. She's maybe about 3 foot, probably not quite that big. But what's awesome is we got all these little turtles, little red-eared sliders. These are rescued red-eared sliders. They're pretty awesome. They actually get along absolutely wonderful with the crocodile. They actually bully the crocodile a little bit for food, which I just find amazing. The crocodile completely leaves them alone, but they're a little rough on her. But she gets out of their way, and they seem to live pretty happily all in all. This is a completely contained ecosystem in here. And if you don't believe me, if you look closely enough, you might be able to see it. Normally you see them late at night and early into the morning. There are actually geckos running around. It's having a big issue with mosquitoes and dragonflies and all sorts of bugs in here. So we let some geckos loose because there's no chance they can make it outside from here. So even if they did, unfortunately they would freeze to death because it's pretty cold here. So we don't have to worry much about an invasive species or anything like that. But we let geckos loose to take care of all the bug problems. So I find that really interesting because it's self-sustaining. My bad. They actually have we found baby geckos running around, so they are breeding, which is pretty neat. And the animals seem to leave them alone all in all. Have a couple tokays, some Mediterranean, or the house geckos. There's a few anoles running around. Actually seen a baby tokay the other day. That was pretty exciting. But this also has the fish in here. We got a filtration system. There's a waterfall up there that's normally running, but right now she kind of clogged it up and flooded the room, so that's off for now. It's kind of like a timeout since she made such a mess. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the alligators that we moved out of here and now put over there. So here's an overview of the alligator enclosure. We're going to have to get up a little bit closer to see these guys. So here's the alligators. You can only see a couple now, 3 of them I do believe. There is a 4th. We'll go ahead and throw some crocodilian chow, Missouri crocodilian chow in there to get them agitated or excited. Might work, might not. There they go. Turtles might get excited too. But these guys are actually all rescues. Every one of them. Somebody was trying to keep as a pet. Which, alligators are very interesting creatures, but they don't make good pets. They just get too large, they get too feisty, and no one wants to train them right. These guys are going to be used for educational talks here soon. Really should be working with their temperament because they're never handled. These guys are more of just wild little alligators. But they are getting some size to them. Like this guy right here. What are you doing, bud? Freaked him out. But they're really cool. There actually is a snapping turtle down inside that water somewhere. He might come up for a piece of food. Snapping turtles normally don't do well with other reptiles, but this guy's fed so well that he really doesn't seem to mind them. There's a red-eared slider up there, right up by the plant. Absolutely love this enclosure. I love the backdrop of like the old rustic wood. Bit of a good angle on that. Alligators, one of the nicest, coolest crocodilians, but they get massive. Am I overfeeding you? You're probably just going to make a mess inside your water. That's okay. We absolutely love these guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the update. If you've watched my channel long enough, you probably do recognize most of these alligators. These are the same 4. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll try to keep you updated on these guys. I have a lot more reptiles to come, so make sure you subscribe. I'm about to hit 15,000 subscribers. And when I say about to, I have 7 more to go. So hopefully by about midnight tonight, I will have that number. Thank you so much for getting me to the 15,000 subscribers. Check the link directly below to my Facebook page. If you look at the top left-hand corner of this video, that's a t-shirt I'm selling. The link is actually directly below. I think I have like 10 days left to sell them. So if you're interested, go ahead and buy it. If not, come back another time. Thank you for checking this out. It's been a Man 20.